Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Barton Holmes with Yamaha Marine Center and Holmes & Owen Yacht Sales. This afternoon, I am showing you this 2005 Pursuit 3370. I took this boat in trade for Yamaha Marine Center. A customer bought a new Pursuit. The owner of this boat purchased it new for me back in 2005. So it's been a local boat here in Jacksonville its entire life. It's been extremely well cared for, well maintained. We've just finished a bunch of updates to the boat, which I'll go through in a few minutes. And the detailing has just been completed. The gel coat on the boat looks phenomenal. This boat has spent all of its life, except when we took it to trade, all of its life in covered dry storage here in Jacksonville. No bottom paint on the bottom. It's got a pair of 250 Yamahas. I think we're running just over 1,200 hours on these motors. I think it's 1,233. Most importantly on these engines, we have replaced the exhaust system on both engines. We checked it out when we took the boat in trade, and we determined that the exhaust systems were in need of updating to make the boat, give the engine's longevity. The boat runs like a top. The engines run perfectly. Lower units on the engines were replaced by the previous owner, I think within the last couple of years, so they have almost 0 hours on them. Just really a beautiful boat. And it looks as nice in person as it does in these pictures. There are a few scratches and nicks and dings here and there, but there's one. There's a little ding. But you can see how the boat shines. And literally the detailing just ended today, so obviously it's looking as good as it can. And we'll take you aboard. I ran the boat last week, was running video online. It runs phenomenally well. Cockpit is covered in sea deck, this teak sea deck that we did. Nice wide side decks going forward. You can see the shine on the house side. Factory hardtop, factory enclosure. This is the original factory enclosure. You can see the aft pieces look brand new because they've never been used. The side curtains have been up most of its life, although it's been under covered storage, so they look pretty good. The boat has a 10-foot beam on it. Very popular boat in the day. It was extremely well received. Bait prep area here. Nice size live well, jump seats there that pop up, big fish box in deck here, storage underneath the gunnels. You can walk up into the helm area. Got a wet bar back here with tackle storage underneath. More storage underneath there. Great view forward. This is one of the early boats that had this fiberglass frame windshield that Pursuit is really known for these days. It's custom made by Pursuit in-house. It's held up very, very well. The helm, this boat has the 16-inch North Star 6000i. At the time, this installation of electronics was insanely expensive. This unit back in 2005 was almost $7,000. So enormously expensive. Still is working. We have radar, has autopilot, has this TR1 autopilot. And some of this technology in this TR1 ended up getting purchased by Garmin, and it's part of the Shadow Drive system now in the Garmin setup. So the autopilot's working. Engine gauges, I don't have it turned on. But here is showing, I think it's, like I said, 12:33 hours. Sliding companionway hatch. And then there's also a screen door that will slide in place. You can see that. Oops, sorry, missed that, sorry. Sorry, I didn't have the mic in my hand. So you saw the plexiglass door slide and the screen door behind it. Let's walk down into the cabin. Teak and maple sole, that's a solid teak and maple sole that Pursuit creates. Teak table with this brass inlay. Beautiful, looks like it's brand new. Upholstery in here is fantastic. It really is a little time capsule. I mean, it shows some wear and tear, but it really is remarkably well kept. Microwave, single burner stove. Refrigerator down below. Offset double berth with storage up below. Storage over there. That cushion goes on top of this table. This table drops and converts to a berth. And of course you have that little mid berth in there too that two very close people could spend the night in, but it's a very tight berth. Little hanging locker there. Original owner's manual is in here. Little compact disc player, not that anybody uses those anymore, and Clarion stereo. And then aft, we've got the head, flush stainless steel sink, china bowl head, vacuum flush head. There's a handheld shower. The wand is the sink faucet there. Stainless steel port lights, opening stainless steel port lights throughout the boat. Overhead hatches there. Headliners in nice shape. The generator is the 5 kW Westerbeek. We've got it up and running. Everything seems to be good with it. These little generators are always a little troublesome because they don't get run as much as they should. So highly recommend if you've got an older boat like this with a generator, when you go run the boat, run the generator. It really needs it. Don't be afraid to run it and let it go because it's important that it get exercised. You can see how beautiful the cockpit turned out. Now let's talk a little bit about what else we did. So we did the engine exhaust system, and then the major deal we did is underneath this deck are the 2 fuel tanks. This does have the extended range fuel tanks. I believe are 330 gallons on this boat. One of the welds and one of the fuel tanks went bad, which is always a possibility on boats of this age, and unfortunately it did go bad on this boat. So we had the tanks custom made by the original manufacturer. So they were exact duplications, and they were made for us. And we had the deck tank cut out by a local marina here, Saddler Point Marina. They did a fabulous job. We do have some pictures of that. If you want to see that, you can contact me and ask for those. But they cut the deck out, and they replaced the 2 tanks. The 2 tanks run longitudinally up and down. They're split in the center, so there's one port, one starboard. And did a fabulous job. We've test run the boat. Everything's running beautifully. So now you've got fuel tanks that'll last another 20 years. So if you're looking at one of these boats and you haven't had the fuel tanks replaced and haven't had the exhaust system redone on the engine, this may be your boat, because we've spent a tremendous amount of money on those items. The fuel tank replacement on this boat was just under $30,000. Exhaust system replacement's about $6,000. So if you're buying a boat of this vintage and those items haven't been done, then you might want to consider this boat, because you're pretty much guaranteed those situations are not gonna befall you when you own this boat. Up on the bow, nice high bow rail. The windlass is currently not working on the boat. Haven't decided what to do with that yet, but certainly for any prospective owner, we could work that into a deal on the boat and get the windlass. I think we're going to have to replace the windlass, get the windlass up and running. But it really shows beautifully. So I hope you're enjoying seeing the video here. I'm going to wrap this up. These are overhead glove boxes, connected between the windshield. Overhead hatches here too. This boat does have the Top Gun outriggers, and the poles are not aboard the boat, but the poles are included in the deal. Rocket launcher across the back of the hardtop. Let's see the side deck. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. appreciate you looking at it. If we can answer any questions for you, do not hesitate to contact us. We'll be delighted to answer any questions and get you any information that you need. Thanks so much. Have a nice day.